What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to RS Insider. My name is Enrique. We're here with the all-new C8 Corvette. When this car came out, it took the market by storm, and today we're going to be doing a full walk around of the car as well as my first driving impressions. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting up at the front of the new Stingray, you get some really nice and sharp aggressive lines that go across the hood. Makes the car look like it's going 120 miles per hour even when it's sitting still. This one specifically has the Z51 performance package up front. That's going to give you an extended little lip right here. It is, I think, a little bit of a missed point that they did it in just plastic. Would have been great to see that in carbon fiber or in some form of lightweight metal. But other than that, it still looks sharp, gives it a neat little touch to it. Being a mid-engine car, this is the first Corvette to have a front trunk. I get in and out of a lot of supercars, and it's nice to see that you still have a rear trunk, but as well as a front trunk. And they also give you a nice little access point. They give you a neat little button right here, which you can press to open it as long as the key fob is on you. Moving over to the side, you can see it's a whole different car. There is a lot of European styling into this car. Maybe some people don't like that because it's not as patriotic as maybe they think that the Corvette should be, but at the same time it is taking a new step towards a new car. Like I mentioned, the European designed mirrors, you are going to get 19s up front and 20s in the rear with the Z51 performance package. The wheels, gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of. It's definitely not a pair of wheels that I'd expect to see on a supercar, but hopefully with some of the higher trims that are going to come out in the future, like the Z06, maybe they'll address that. But for now, overall, it's still not a bad look. You can see you get some air vents on the side. They do go directly to the engine bay to keep that nice and cool while you're on the track or while you're out there cornering. The handle is also integrated in here. It just gives us a nice clean look. And overall, the side profile of the car, I think Chevrolet did a really good job, and I definitely think that they killed it with that. Over in the rear, you'll notice you have the low spoiler. This is a part of that Z51 performance package once again. You do also have the option of having a high spoiler. That's going to give it more of like maybe some of Porsche's GT3 looks. It is going to give it more of a track look. Either way, you can't go wrong. I personally really like the low spoiler. Gives it a nice sleek look and it still accents the car. With that Z51 package as well, you're going to get the squared off exhausts. They're the quad tips as well, and boy does the car sound good. Get a neat little Stingray badge back here. Again, this is a Stingray, and so they had to put that badge back there. It looks super sleek with all the black badging, and then you get your camera back there as well. That's something that I really love about GM and Chevrolet, is that rear view mirror, because you have a camera right there, and on a supercar like this, sometimes visibility isn't always the best, so it's nice to see that they're coming out with solutions to help you out. Now moving on to the interior of the new C8 Corvette, I think they knocked it out of the ballpark with the interior as well. With Chevrolet trying to target a new audience with the new Vette, it's very driver focused. Like I mentioned, on the exterior, it has a lot of European styling, and so I am used to being in a lot of German cars where it's very asymmetrical. But in the new Corvette, it's very driver focused. You're going to have your infotainment and your console of buttons here that are all positioned to aim towards the driver. I think it gives it a really nice feel. Makes me feel like I'm almost in a jet right now. That being said, this does have the 3LT package. With Chevrolet trying to target that new audience, it's nice to see that they're coming out with lots of different types of seats and interior options coming out. Really makes you feel like you can customize your Corvette to your own liking and make it unique to yourself. This one being the 3LT has the GT2 bucket seats. It's nice to see that in a seat like this, they're still able to incorporate heated and ventilation. It gives it a nice little touch right there, and it's little things like that that make it stand out from some of its competitors. It does also have heads-up display, which is nice because it gives you nice information and lots of different information about what you're seeing and what's needed to know while you're out on the road driving. Overall, the interior of this car is really nice. It's very driver focused, and I think it suits the Corvette very nicely. So I've taken some corners in this car, and it feels great. This car is definitely a car that you can pick up any day of the week and just drive it. It's not too much car. It's comfortable. It has nice power. It's a naturally aspirated V8, and so there's no turbo lag. So it just goes when you're ready for it. In track mode, when I'm ready to go, I just press on throttle and it downshifts instantly. I mean, you have a dual clutch transmission in this car, and I think they knocked it out of the ballpark with that. It's a really nice combination. The heads-up display is nice. I wouldn't say it's a must-have, just because you already have a lot of nice features in it. Yeah, I mean, the car handles beautifully. It's a car you can take to the canyon. It's a car you can take to the track. It's a car you can take to the drag strip. This is a great all-around car, and especially at its price point. Sure, Chevrolet wanted to, and I think they did a good intent of trying to make this a sub $100,000 car. I mean, the MSRP of this car is $80,000, and so for that, I mean, it's the deal of the lifetime. But that's just not what the market is asking for. This is a $100,000 car. I would say this is over $100,000 cars, but you're gonna pay over MSRP for this car, but at the end of the day, with what it's competing, it's worth every single penny. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Basically, the new C8 Corvette is a great pick, especially at its price point. You're getting some nice comfort features, nice European exotic looks. It's a whole new car with a whole new setup. They did a great job. Let me know what you guys think about the new C8 Corvette in the comments down below, and if you found this video helpful, definitely give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. But otherwise, we'll see you guys soon. This is Enrique with RS Insider.